I've said it a number of times on this channel. Whenever people within the entertainment industry are trying to push a social agenda with their content, it's usually because either they're just chasing a trend and they think that's the popular thing to do. But there are some people out there that are true believers in the cause, and they'll ride that ship into the ground no matter how detrimental it is for them, not only financially, but also professionally. I was reminded of that when I saw about this story, how there's going to be a short film being produced by one of the directors of the Matrix trilogy that is basically boasting about having an all trans cast for the movie. But before I get into all that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you can, maybe leave a comment and hit that like button as well, because it really helps out the channel. So I have this article pulled up from Pink News with the headline, Introducing Dolls, a Lilly Wachowski produced sci-fi thriller with an all-trans woman cast. So an all-trans woman cast means they're biologically males that transitioned into females. And for people who don't know, Lilly Wachowski, I believe, was born Andy Wachowski. I can't remember exactly which one. I know there was Larry and Andy Wachowski that are now Lana and Lilly Wachowski. I forget which ones they are, but basically one of the Wachowskis working on this movie is a trans person, which would make sense why they're trying to boast about having an all trans cast for this type of movie, because, well, Lilly Wachowski is a true believer in that cause. A new sci-fi thriller short film with Matrix co-director Lilly Wachowski serving as an executive producer features an all-transgender woman cast. The 18-minute film Dolls marks the directorial debut of trans filmmaker Gina Roquero, and the cast includes Jensen. I don't really know how to pronounce a lot of these names, but you get the idea. Not only is the executive producer of this short film trans, also the director and all the principal cast of that. So it is just a short film, though. They say 18 minutes long. It's supposed to be just something that they put within the festival circuit. And if that's all they're going to be doing with this, I really can't say a whole lot about it, because if this was a feature-length movie, I would basically be saying no matter how much they spent on the movie, it's not going to make that money back, because clearly this is just a stunt. But when it comes to a lot of these short films, they're relatively cheap to produce, and they don't really expect to make any money back on them to begin with. It's an opportunity for the people working on it to kind of just say whatever they want to say. And apparently, according to the people working on this movie, they just want to say, I don't know, no girls allowed or no biological girls allowed. I guess that's what they're going at with this. Described as a trans-coded take on the 70s cult classic The Stepford Wives, the new film follows Yan, a private investigator who infiltrates a suspicious dating workshop for transgender women after being hired to find a missing girl. Okay, just part of me laughing about this. I mean, it just sounds like a ridiculous premise, but clearly I'm not the target audience for this sort of movie. Gene, the power-hungry head of the workshop, is rumored to be running a cult. Okay, you don't say. A movie featuring all trans people dealing with cults, that might be a little on the nose, but given the people responsible for producing this, I don't think they're really that self-aware about this whole issue. However, she claims she's only helping individuals process relationship problems, but altogether darker forces appear to be at work. Dolls is an attempt to birth the internal chatter that ruminates in my head, Roquero told them, all those years admiring directors like Claire Denis, Lucretia Martel, and Park Chan-wook. I told myself to give it a shot. It's the only way to find out. Okay, I mean, I can't really begrudge anyone for wanting to direct a movie, and this is what they're doing. I mean, they just so happen to actually have someone of means backing them on this one. And Wachowski said Dolls is a fever dream reflecting on assimilation and the investigation of trans identity. I'm so proud to be part of this beautiful, weird, striking debut. Again, this just sounds like someone who, if there was other people involved with it, I mean, I could see an anti-trans person almost making some statements like this or making a movie like this. It doesn't seem like there's any self-awareness whatsoever when it comes to this, but maybe it's because I think it's Andy Wachowski is just on so many mind-altering hormones. I doubt that he's probably thinking clearly when it comes to statements that he's making, or pretty much anything he does for that matter. Pulitzer Prize winner Susie Ibarra composed a score for the film. Gina's script and directing brings visuals, sound, and music into a beautiful interplay that creates a unique narrative Ibarra said, I am honored to collaborate on this unapologetic and much needed story of transgender women's characters in film. So there's really not a whole lot to say about this. This is basically people within the entertainment industry trying to push their own political agenda. And this isn't something that I would think a general audience would actually care about too much or even know about if it wasn't for the fact that one of the people responsible for The Matrix is also working on it. But because of all this, it's getting a lot of attention on social media, or at least it's gotten a bit of attention on social media, and not really in a positive way. So when Pink News posted this on X over there, you can see a lot of the responses to it. All the liberal cis gals in Hollywood are now losing out work on so talented dudes who can cosplay as women. Shakespeare's plays usually had an all-male cast as well. Isn't it a little exclusionary to feature two beautiful biological women in this film about trans women? And all-male cast sounds sexist. So an all-male cast, so brave, all-male cast. You get the idea. People just kind of roasting the whole idea about them doing this sort of thing. All-male cast then because they are men. Sharing the picture of J.K. Rowling. Yeah, you get the idea. This is just something that I don't think it's really that big of a deal outside of just something to laugh at right now, because we've seen the entertainment industry over the last, particularly over the last year or so, with a lot of studios trying to deal away from this sort of stuff overtly because they understand it's ultimately detrimental to their bottom line. But as I said, because this is a short film and there's really nothing expected when it comes to short films, the most I can hope for is maybe get picked up and be made into a feature, but I'm really not expecting that much of this one. This is literally just a story of some trans people within the industry trying to at least one last gasp of hope to push their agenda to a world that is growing increasingly tired of a lot of their crap out there. So when it comes to stuff like this, I would say just kind of laugh about it and move on, because outside of that, it's really not worth anything else. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click the like button and share this video out there because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.